Hey everybody, how are we doing? Sorry if you were hearing some keyboard clicks earlier, and sorry we're running a few minutes behind here. I was personally running behind. It was a late night last night, but we're all good. Everything's good. I'm here. I have a very big cup of coffee in the Totoro mug that Brad got me, which is awesome. What a sweet gift that was. How's everybody doing? Are we ready to see this game off? It's really sad. Like, we're at the closure point for so many things. Last night was the closure of Game of the Year. Now this is the closure for Paper Mario. And like, it's good on one hand. Like, I'm happy to move on to other things and move on to Suikoden and check out other great games. But Paper Mario has given us a lot, man. It's given us a lot. How we all doing? What's better than being snowed in, less than 1 inch, but it's Georgia for the Paper Pals finale. Well, thanks for joining us, Nicholas87. It's snowing here in Charlotte, Ben. I'm working from home. Ben is streaming Paper Mario. It's a good day. Oh, man, there's a lot of love in chat right now. Thank you, guys. SMG Banzai, 12 months in a row. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How did you guys feel about Game of the Year? I think doing something like that is always a little bit nerve-wracking because you don't know if people are actually going to enjoy listening to you yammer on a debate about games for 7.5 hours. I mean, I obviously enjoyed it, but I don't know how it was from a viewing perspective, and I think there are things that can be improved, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. We did not have chat at all that whole time, so we have no idea what how people were reacting. Will you tune in for that Nintendo UK thing that they're showing in 4 hours? I might tune into it. I don't think I'll stream it. Game of the Year was fun, but where the heck was Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for best economy? To be honest with you, Xenoblade didn't jump out to me for best economy. But maybe I'm not looking at it from the right angle. I definitely thought about it. Did you feel like you approached GOTY discussions differently with a camera on versus previous years? Schmuck, that is a good question. No. Almost to like a fault, but also yes. And what I mean by no is that is kind of the way that those conversations went down, especially when it came to X game versus Y game. That's how those conversations would have gone off camera. But I do think the way that we, like, at the end talked about all of the games for so long, that is something that wouldn't have happened had there not been a camera. So I think there were definitely elements that naturally came up because we were on camera, where I think we were, like, very, very, very concerned with every game getting its due because we nominated it. Where I think if we were off cam, it would have just gotten to the, all right, what's our decision, a little bit more quickly than it did on camera. So, Brian, finally able to watch the Atlas again. Nice. Thanks for joining us. 8 months in a row. Love and respect. All right. Start off with Hubert here. Whoa, this place is nasty, but we don't have a choice. We've got to cruise through and save Peach before this whole cataclysm happens. Come on, Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah.
Staving off the cataclysm. You did one thing no one else did last night. You convinced me to get a game when I have the money. Completely sold me on Divinity Original Sin 2. That is awesome, man. Yeah, I'm so impressed with Divinity Original Sin 2, and we'll have more to say about it. We're not done with Divinity Original Sin 2, and I hope people give it a shot. I hope the conversations last night convince people to check out a bunch of games, but especially Divinity. Whether you wait until it comes out on consoles or whatever your deal is, people should play that game. Zephyrus X, 16 months in a row. Thank you, man. We need to... These are bats that we actually haven't tattled yet, so let's do that. Morning, Ben and Chat. Candy Coated Thorns, good to have you. Best shotgun was my highlight. Best shotgun was fun. For sure. I want you to build a mini campaign for the Oz to play, and that game's so bad. Yeah, I do too. I too want to do that. It's just that time. It's just time. That's all it is. Because, man, January does not let up when it comes to video games. That's a Supula, an airborne, blood-sucking, bat-like thing. Max HP is 9, attack is 4, and defense is 0. Not too bad. We can handle this. As if losing HP wasn't bad enough, this little creep adds yours to its own. Yeah, that's expected. How totally gross. Don't let it bite me, Mario. I'm always really bad at defending against or parrying the, like, sucking attack. Which is a really weird thing to say, but true. But true. Well, actually, I can move that out. Like that. Because you're doing 4%, right? Yeah. You see Android 21, the Majin Android 21? Yeah, I did. I think it looks awesome. I didn't look at it too closely, so I didn't see like the moves that it had or anything like that, but the Majin Android 21 looks amazing. Just playing a little bit of the open beta when it actually worked. I really like fighters, man. I think that is a very fun game to play that leads to some very exciting matches. Zap Zap will make it so they just can't attack you. Really interesting. They can't attack me at all. Okay, we can get that. I love Majin Android 21. Everything about Android 21, it's just... I think Android 21 is just a really cool, really well-designed character. I'm hoping that the story does her justice. And that's the weird thing about Dragon Ball FighterZ is we really have no sense for that story mode at all so far. Other than the fact that Android 21 looks cool, that it will be its own original story, and that it's dealing with alternate versions of characters. But we don't know a lot, and I'm hoping that the story mode is decent. We'll have to see. Ben, what would you rate Divinity 1 on PS4? I haven't really played Divinity 1 on PS4, and so I can't, unfortunately, answer that question. It's crazy because this Divinity 2 process has been so long and drawn out, in bad ways, but after I'm done with Divinity 2, I actually kind of want to go back and play through all of Divinity 1. That's how much I'm liking Divinity, but unfortunately I can't really answer that question right now. Speaking of Ys 8, when it comes out on PC later this month, yeah! It was tough because there were a lot of things competing for the Nod spot, but I definitely had to give it to Ys 8. That game is good. When successful, these are enemy. So, this is 2SP, and we were doing really well with it before. The cats are running around. I can hear them running around out there. Okay, we got two. That's fine. We just kind of wanted to trim it down a little bit. That's fine. I find it weird that my playable character is mute. That's something I really like about Divinity 2 is that you can pick established characters within that universe already. So you can pick a character that has already made a pretty tremendous mark on the world, and people will comment on that, and your character will chirp up and have their own distinct personality. And so I do think There's just a lot of stuff in Divinity 2 where your character can have more of an identity. And so, yeah. I think that's pretty good. How hype is everyone for Monster Hunter World? It's almost out. Monster Hunter World is exciting on so many levels. On one hand, it's just exciting to play the game. On another, it's exciting to play it with like Ian and Huber and Brad and really do something together in a really meaningful way. On a third hand, it's going to be exciting getting involved with the community and having them get excited and communicate with each other and go on hunts together and all that stuff. I think that all of that stuff is great and will be awesome for weekly hunts. A lot of things to fight here. How many hours have I put into this game? Well, we've definitely gone slower than I would on my own, just because of talking and things like that. But I think we're around 50 hours, but I'm not entirely sure. But if I had to guess, I would say around 50 hours. We can look in the save file. Again, I'm not sure how accurate that's going to be, but... Is Monster Hunter World Huber's first Monster Hunter? Yes, it is Huber's first Monster Hunter. Alright, so... let's take a look at our badges. This playthrough flew by for me. I can't believe this is episode 17. Yeah, it flew by for me too. I'm sure there are people out there where it definitely didn't flow by, but it flew by for me. We should have Zap Tap on. We just should. What do we want to get rid of for that? Yeah, we don't need that. We could get Zap Tap on. All right, sweet. Pretty Lucky can certainly go. Yeah, Pretty Lucky can probably go. I like it, but it probably can. Ryoko UK just subscribed to Twitch Prime. Thank you, Ryoko. These are some Sophies for Ryoko and some Sophies for all of the other people that resubscribed earlier on. Ben, any thoughts on how review scores impact GOTYs? Are review scores less important because when you review a game, you're comparing it mostly against itself versus other games during GOTY? Yeah, people bring up review scores a lot when it comes to GOTY, and that certainly makes sense. That's very logical, but I mean, I think review scores have some influence. I think review scores kind of give you, like, okay, what are the games that we reviewed highly, and it just makes sure that you are thinking about them when you're making deliberations. But the thing about reviews is it's only 1 out of 9 people playing it, so... like, Metroid Samus Returns is a good example, right? That is a game I gave 4.5 stars, right? And I really liked and have arguments for, but I don't think that is a game that any of the other allies feel that hotly about. I don't think that is a game that Kyle felt that hotly about or Damiani felt that hotly about. And so it really didn't get brought up a lot during discussions because I was the only one that was into it, right? And like the same thing with Danganronpa, right? I really liked Danganronpa, but I'm not going to sit there and yammer on about Danganronpa if I'm the only one who has any connection to it or cares about it at all. Like, that's just not going to happen. That's not very productive. Whereas something like Fire Emblem Echoes, I think because I felt so strongly about it, and because Kyle felt so strongly about it, suddenly you have 2 of us who feel very good about this game. I think that carries a lot more weight than just one person going on about it. And we need to tattle. We need to tattle. Danganronpa V3 would have been a good nod. There's only one thing you can pick for a nod, though. That's a Dry Bones. It's a former Koopa whose spirit animates its bones. That's so freaky. Max HP is 8, attack is 5, and defense is 2. When its HP goes down to 0, it collapses into a pile, but it'll eventually rise again. Fire and explosions will put a permanent end to it getting back up, though. A Dry Bone will sometimes build friends if it feels it's outnumbered. If you don't take them all out close together, they'll just keep coming back. Let's wipe them all out at once and quick. These things totally freak me out. Okay, we gotta just deal with this thing. Nier got robbed. I think there are definitely games that got robbed. I don't think Nier is one of them. I think Nier got a lot of attention and love throughout the whole show, and did not get robbed anyway. I wonder how many turns I have before the Dry Bones come back. Oh, you can just burn their corpses. Okay. Neo got ignored pretty much. Everybody besides Brandon, nobody besides Brandon even mentioned it. Yeah, I definitely don't think Neo got enough love. But while I think it's a good thing to bring up, like at a certain point there's only so much you can do. I think when you are like, okay, we can only recognize, like for personal lists, it's like we can only recognize 10 games and we could only talk for so long. Like, I think if you really wanted to, you could just keep running circles around Game of the Year and being like, this didn't get mentioned, this didn't get mentioned enough, why didn't this get mentioned here? And it's like, of course, like I think with any awards thing ever, you know, whether it's Easy Allies Game of the Year or like the Grammys or the Academy Awards, you can do that race for as long as you want. Like, not everything will get the attention it deserves with any award show. That sucks. Like that sucks, and that's worth complaining about. But that is true of all of them. Is there any genre you do not like, Ben? I try to be pretty open-minded. I pride myself on being open-minded, actually. I pride myself on being able to try to like things, even if I'm not initially warm on them, but I don't play sports games. I don't play sports games because I just don't care about sports. Not that I think sports are dumb or anything like that. It's just not my thing. Also, like, pretty hardcore simulation games, I tend not to be very interested in. That was bad. That was bad. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. How do you feel about NBA Jam and NFL Blitz, Ben? I definitely have. I've played a fair bit of NBA Jam in my life, and I like it. I have not played NBA Jam as much as some other people. I did play a ton, and I mean a ton, of the original NFL Blitz. Like a lot. With friends, and had so much fun with it. I miss those days. We would just laugh and play NFL Blitz and like constantly pick the bomb and just try to throw it as far as we can, and it was stupid and it was fun. Played a lot of NFL Blitz. I have a lot of very, very, very fond memories of NFL Blitz. How do you feel that the most heated it got outside of Goaty was for best menus. I love it so much. That's a joke, right? Best menus didn't get even heated at all. I'm actually amazed. I thought it would get a little bit more heated than it did during Goaty's. I was expecting it to, just based on how some people were talking. But I think in like a good way. Last night was pretty civil. Last night was pretty civil, and people were willing to criticize the thing that they were fighting for, and also accept the criticism of others. Like people weren't dismissive of what others had to say. I think that's really good. More BP would be very useful. It would. But I also want a little bit more. I think I'm gonna pick MP. How come RPG wasn't a category this year? I don't think any of us wanted to have that conversation because it would basically just have been a Game of the Year conversation. I don't think Best RPG would have been interesting or something that people wanted to do. Like the reason, let me put it this way. The reason we did Best Fighting Game and Best Strategy Game, even though I think the Best Strategy Game category was weak for a number of reasons, the reason why we did Best Fighting Game and Best Strategy Game is because we're like, these are games that we feel very strongly about that aren't going to get recognized anywhere else or talked about anywhere else. Not necessarily win. I think people get very caught up on everything winning, but not necessarily win, but just like talked about in a meaningful way. And that's why we decided to do those, because I don't know where we would have talked a lot about like Tekken or Injustice or even mentioned Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2, all that sort of stuff. And so I'm really glad that we did those categories to give those things attention, to try to address that as best as possible. Yeah, my defense game on Paper Mario today is trash. Trasherino. Let's do this, shall we? Let's kill you. Let's do some Shade Fist. Why have you done Best Strategy Game when it's a genre? Only you have decent interest in the year, and it wasn't the best year for it, in my opinion. I think a lot of that was us wanting to give a nod to Total War Warhammer 2, but that didn't work out because I didn't put enough time into it, and no one else put any time into it. And also to talk about like Mario and Rabbids, to talk about like Fire Emblem Echoes. I think I'm not saying that it was like the best year ever for strategy or anything, but I do think there were enough games that we sort of had this internal, like, wait a minute, maybe we should be focusing on this kind of impulse, I guess, is the way to describe it. But no, I don't think that genre was handled very well. That's okay. I think that was just a mistake. Hopefully it'll be handled better next year, but yeah, I don't think that genre was handled super well. That move is so good. I know you're not in charge of this, but y'all mentioned some of the mean categories won't be in the official Easy Accolades video. But he put more thought into Best Shotgun and took it seriously enough that it should be, especially over best menus. Yeah, I'm not on the camp that they shouldn't be in. I think that they should be in. Dawn of War 3 didn't get cut early enough. You guys gave that game way too much credit. I mean, not really. We talked about it. We talked about Dawn of War 3 like a little bit. I think you're overstating how much we talked about Dawn of War 3. I know you're not in charge of this, the meme categories. Yeah, I think they should be in there, Mbun. I'm with you. I think they should be in there. For sure. 100%. Huber put a lot of thought into Best Shotgun, and it was very entertaining, and it was actually a real discussion, which I think was cool. And so yeah, I think that stuff should be in there. I also thought Best Pre-Order Incentive was really well done. I think Kyle did a nice job with that. So yeah, I think they should be in there. But I want to give you some kudos for being willing to engage on the flaws that Persona does have, while also sticking to what you think make the game so good. While I don't agree with your thoughts fully on the game, it was wonderful to see honesty on the game, and you made your arguments when spoke highly of the game so more compelling. Great work. Yeah, definitely. Persona is not this flawless masterpiece. It definitely has very real problems that you can point to. I think what made it such a remarkable experience to me is that I felt like it was my own personal #1, in spite of all that stuff. But yeah, I hope last night it really felt like we were trying to evaluate these games as honestly as possible, and not just be like, oh my gosh, I love it, here it is, it's amazing, it's perfect, give me this. Like, that's really boring and not sincere and honest. And so yeah, I'm glad that it came across that way. I guess that's what I'm trying to tell you, is I'm glad it came across that way. So thank you for saying that. That's good. This is good stuff. We're taking a lot of damage. We're taking a lot of damage just cruising through. The fact that a Persona game could have so many allies play it is a win in and of itself. Yeah, I think a lot of people really gave it a fair shake. I was really happy to see it so high on Blood's list. I was happy to see it on Brandon's list at all. You know, Brandon is not somebody that plays a lot of JRPGs, just in the time that I've known him. And it really meant a lot to me that he went out of his way, out of his comfort zone to give that a chance. And he saw something good in it, and I think that's awesome. So a lot of credit to Brandon there for sure. Good guy, Brandon. I will say, and I'm saying this jokingly, don't read too much into this. I'm saying this as a complete joke. If you guys are bored and you're looking for entertainment, when we upload that Game of the Year video on YouTube and the comments start flying, those are going to be some of the craziest comments we get all year on anything, regardless of what we do. Those Game of the Year comments are going to be hilariously wild, and I encourage you just to sit back and read some of those comments. I'm not just talking about like disagreements or differing opinions or even being strongly opinionated, like just lighting a match and throwing it like in a barrel of oil kind of comments. It's gonna be insane. Like entire novels in the comment section. It's gonna be nuts. That's a bombshell Bill. B-Bill blasters shoot these things repeatedly. Max HP is 3, attack is 6, and defense is 2. Its attack is high, but its HP is low, so we should take it out before it takes you out. There's really a strong, between the dry bones and these bombshell Bills, they're really wanting us to be aggressive. I like that. Still won't be as bad as Sega's Twitter comment section. Sega's Twitter, well, I guess I'm specifically referring to the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter. Like, truly a class act in how to handle people online. Very good stuff. I have a Chrome extension literally just for hiding YouTube comments. That's smart. It's very smart. Even chat last night had some pretty wild comments. Yeah, I think it was a right call. Like, I was definitely curious about chat, for sure. But I think it was the right call not being able to see chat because I can imagine some people went crazy sometimes when things were said. And that's okay. We all get crazy sometimes, but... Ben, gotta do a Dawn stream of the new Sim Hospital game. I have to do a Dawn stream of the new Sim Hospital game, or Dawn has to do it? I think you would want Dawn to do it, right? No, man, go to the 2 Point Studios announcement from Sega. It's a bunch of Sonic fanboys. Oh, I thought we could get around that, but we can't. Okay. Boy, we gotta move. We gotta pay attention. So let's do that. I'd love to see Don's list. I would love to see Don's list too. I bet it's very interesting. Don is an interesting man. I think Don is way more articulate than Don gives himself credit for, and we all try to tell him that, and I don't think it clicks. But I think Don is very good at formulating opinions, and I really respect that about him. Ben, have you mentioned what you'll be playing after wrapping this up? Yeah, it's something that I'm actually very curious about. Is there are sometimes where we'll like announce things or say things, and I don't think it reaches as many people as I thought it would, and so that's totally on me. And so we need to find better ways of communicating with as many people as possible about scheduling stuff. I think we just need to be better about scheduling stuff across the board, and especially better about communicating it. And so let me know if you have any thoughts on that, because that's definitely a problem I think all of the allies and I myself am trying to tackle. But yes, anyway, long-winded explanation, I'm going to be streaming Suikoden next, so that's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to playing Suikoden. Kind of the way that I'm looking at it right now, just to give you guys an idea of where my stream headspace is doing Suikoden, that kind of being the next big full playthrough. We're going to be doing Monster Hunter World every week from pretty much this upcoming beta on out, indefinitely. Doing that for a while. And then I would also like to keep doing Ben's Dojo and keep making that a regular thing. Doing Dragon Ball FighterZ just because I'm so excited about it and really want to play a lot of it, but also, you know, going back to Tekken and doing more Tekken and that sort of thing. And even going back to things like Guilty Gear. So that's kind of where I'm thinking about the streams. I think the one thing that I really want to improve on, but is also like the hardest thing to tackle, is you guys are very understanding and very patient when it comes to the long playthroughs. Like, you guys are very forgiving when I take long breaks, either for work or for some other reason, and all of that stuff. But I would like to try to get through these RPGs a little bit quicker than I have been getting through them. And I think that means playing for longer sessions, and so I would like to do that if possible, but I don't know realistically with a busy schedule how feasible that is going to be, but there's definitely something I'm thinking about. So yeah, that's kind of where my head's at. With that, we got a tattle. What about SF5? Yes, and SF5, Mario Head. That wasn't me leaving SF5 out. I legit super want to play SF5. I have Arcade Edition. I have the Season 3 Character Pass. I want to put a lot of time into Sakura. Yeah, absolutely. I am so bummed that I haven't been... I just got access to Street Fighter V Arcade Edition last night, and am dying to play it. I will probably play it sometime today. Yeah, I really want to play Sakura. And all of the new V-Trigger stuff looks really interesting. That's a B-Bill blaster. It fires bombshell bills. Sorry about the abbreviation. Max HP of 10, his defense is 4. It's really tough. Yeah, hard to hurt this guy. Thing is, if you don't take it out, it'll keep shooting bombshell bills at you. So, you gotta figure out a way to beat it, and fast. Oh, 44 stars. This is awesome news. The other day I used Zen Market, the Frame Trap sponsor, to bid on an auction in Japan. Ended up saving like $200. Recommended to everybody. That is awesome. Zen Market actually reached out to me and they're like, hey man, would you want to try this so you can talk about it? And I said yes. So that is definitely something I'm going to be doing. It's good to hear that like Zen Market is actually useful and that we're you know, promoting something that you guys feel good about. That is what we want. Ben, hey Ben, when are we getting a Panzer Dragoon Saga playthrough? I think there's like 10 things that I'm always like a hair's breadth away from streaming that could happen at any moment. Like, I think there are a lot of people that were looking forward to Suikoden since like the game trailers days and felt like it was never going to happen, and now it's happening. And I think that will happen with Panzer Dragoon Saga at some point. I have no idea when it's going to be, but I do think it will probably happen eventually. It's just probably not right now because we're doing Suikoden, but I would love to do Panzer Dragoon Saga, and I'm glad that you are bringing it up. Remember Miss Mouse's attacks can pierce the fence. Remember? I did not remember at all. We do have full SP though, so let's try the Showstopper. Showstopper is just so good at dealing with situations like this, where you have something that's constantly producing ads, or coming back to life. It just really negates that in a huge way. But thank you for telling me about the mouse stuff. I had either forgotten that or just did not know that, so good stuff. Play Panzer Dragoon Saga for yourself, so you're not distracted by chat. Yeah, I understand that argument, I do, and like the fact of the matter is you do play games feel different when you're streaming it versus when you're not. I think that's true of anybody, and there are definitely tendencies that I could do better as a streamer. But I really enjoy streaming in chat. I know people, especially when they super love a game, they hate it when like I'm talking to chat all the time, or getting distracted and all that stuff. And I understand that. They just love the game and they just want me to give it my full undivided attention. But I also think there's a lot of love in talking with you guys and sharing that experience. I think there have been so many moments in both Paper Mario and Xenoblade that I'm really glad that we got to share together, that we kind of got to react to together and talk about together and figure things out together. And so I think you get something valuable out of both experiences. But I understand why some people get annoyed. Like, there have definitely been some comments where they're like, oh man, I love Paper Mario so much, I love Thousand Year Door so much, and it's driving me crazy how distracted you're getting or how lost you're getting because you're streaming it with chat. And like, I get you, I totally feel you, and I don't think that that's unfair at all. That type of comment does not make me mad. MXA Ghost, 16 months, thank you, dude. Storm Kyle is 14 months, thank you, man. Here's some Sophies for you. When will we get a stream of Shadow Hearts Covenant? Same similar situation as Panzer Dragoon Saga, where like always very close to happening. Don't know when it's going to happen exactly. I think the list of the number of those games that fall into that category is like more than 100, and I'm not even exaggerating. I don't think. Hit action commands, attack rises, fail, it drops. Hit action commands, attack rises, fail, it drops to 0. That's a really useful badge. Especially at this point of the game. I mean, this is gonna bite me in the butt, but I feel like we can hit... Oh my god. It's right on the D-pad. We can hit action commands pretty easily. I actually think the opposite is worse. Dante Yanni sometimes, but more so than him. Jones will get into the Jones zone and not reach out for a solid 20 minutes sometimes, which I think can be very bad if something goes wrong. Yeah, everybody has different styles of streaming for sure. I think a lot of the allies stream differently from me, and I think a lot of allies stream differently from like Kyle and Huber and all that stuff. So it's very, very different, but I enjoy chatting with you guys because I think there are a lot of things that we talk about and address that wouldn't get brought up otherwise. I'm sure it annoys some people, and I get that, and I think that's totally okay. But these are pretty chill streams where we're just hanging out. That's the long and short of it. And I enjoy hanging out with you guys and just chatting. So I think it's okay. Yeah. There have definitely been some times, though, I've watched streamers and they are not paying attention and doing something bad, and it drives me crazy, so I see what you're saying, bud. I want to see some backseat gaming couch streams. You mean like group streams with other allies and stuff? Like we're all in the same room? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Just not super feasible right now. I think like everybody would love that. Like the allies, the community. For sure, that is something we want to do, but not super feasible right now. This is not sorted by BP. I just think Ben is streaming with chat. What do you mean by that, Lakinsky? I'm not sure what you mean. You can't drop Lucky Start. We can't? It has been extremely useful, but I definitely thought we could drop it. Freemaster, 11 months in a row. Thank you so much. Here's some Sophie's for you. Lakinsky says, I'm just weighing in on the Ben versus game versus chat argument. Totally. I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from. Maybe drop badges that always give you like extra hearts and flowers. I feel you because we are almost always full, but I have dropped those before and immediately regretted it. But we can try it. The question is, do we drop flower or heart? Follow your heart, Ben. We're keeping P up, D down. For sure. Let's try this. Now let's try all or nothing. Let's do that. Swap a pretty lucky for another P up, P down. We don't have another P up, D down though. Do we? Because if we do, absolutely. If those can stack, let's do it. Yeah, we don't have another. We have another P down, D up, but yeah. Ben, have you, Brad, and Kyle considered playing game OSTs in the background for Gundam streams? If so, please accept viewer suggestion through Soundtrack Bot. Good idea that's not feasible. Because, like, if we're actually trying to build Gundams, I think monitoring that and like making sure that is all good will be a distraction in a way that like I don't think would really work out. And so good idea, but I don't think it'll happen. Okay, we gotta be more careful. Looking at Zen Market right now, it looks very good actually. I don't import things very often, but it's nice to see a site that's really easy to understand. Good to hear, man. So, I've got two ideas here. Can we... This is not going to work. There's no way it's going to work. Scarlet Manatee, 5 months in a row. Thank you so much, Scarlet Manatee. Freemaster22, 11 months in a row. Thank you so much. Jojo Dentco, 7 months in a row. Finished my hail car yesterday. Time to take a day off and enjoy the stream. Feels good. Good to have you, Jojo Dentco. Thank you so much, man. Here's some Sophies for you. So we just need to move very slowly and figure out where the spikes are. I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought the screen was like cutting off here, which is pretty dumb, but that's what happened. Ben, have you ever played FighterZ Megamix on Saturn? I believe I have played FighterZ Megamix. If I've played it, I've only played it like once, but I believe I have played FighterZ Megamix, yeah. I also played a weird polygonal Sonic fighter from around that era. Have you seen the new Gundam Breakers trailer? No, I did see that the new Gundam Breaker was coming to the West, but I have not seen the trailer. But it coming to the West is pretty exciting, for sure. I wasn't going to be able to watch because of classes, but it's a snow day. It seems like it's kind of either snow day or snow day for a lot of people, which is awesome. Snow days were truly one of my favorite things as a kid. And so anybody that says snow day just gives me a big old smile. That's awesome. Virtual Console is today's announcement. Lock it in. If that is true, then today is a monumental day for me. I want that Virtual Console real bad. Real bad. I want them to say, you're getting Mother 3 today. And I'll be like, thank you, Nintendo. Finally. Good God. Also, you're getting all of the Dragon Quest games. Also, just they give me everything I want. That's what I want them to do. Give me everything I want. I kid. Does anyone in chat ever play Guardian Heroes? What a great beat'em up. I have played Guardian Heroes. I actually, the way I play Guardian Heroes is when it re-released on XBLA. I actually played a lot of, well, maybe not a lot of, but a few Saturn classics when they re-released on XBLA. And I thought that was a really cool thing that happened, and we need to see more of. I loved that they released that. They released Radiant Silvergun. I thought that was awesome. And yeah, I had a good time with Guardian Heroes. That would be a fun stream. I'd love to stream that with Huber and Brad. I think that'd be awesome. What do we do? Do we just have to? Do we just gotta go fast? We just gotta go fast. Yeah, I think we can do that. Oh my god. Can we jump? Okay, so new question. We're taking damage when this is happening, by the way. Ben, at Mother 3's announced the internet was melt. I will melt. Ben, you're playing as Jumpman. Yeah, so that was my next thing I was going to try is just jumping over them. They seemed a little tall to me for some reason, but yes, this is not that bad at all. Okay. Come over just a little bit, please. Just a little bit. I need to tattle you. In fact, let's go ahead and get Goombella out so we can tattle. Could use Shadow. We could use Shadow. The jumping's pretty... Really? Yo, really? There we go. That's a Phantom Ember. It's an angry spirit, born of hatred and confusion. So, I'm not too cool with this thing. Born of hatred and confusion. I'm not too cool with it. Blech. Max HP is 10, attack is 5, and defense is 0. If it attacks you with spirit flames, you'll catch on fire. Let's send this ghoul back to the grave. Please. Sure, man. Let's do it right now. I'm gonna missing your resub. I am sorry, Radix. We have been pretty bad about missing subs and resubs today. So let's correct that right now. Radix Redux, 3 months in a row. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's get some Sophies for you. Somebody earlier, I think it was Choco Nates, was saying, like, hey, you need to have on-screen notifications. Yes, that's true. We do. I've really been thinking a lot about how to make my streams better, both in terms of like communicating with you guys versus playing the game and all that stuff, but also just presentation and tools that we're using and things like that. And so that is definitely something that's not going to happen right away, but I will make an effort to work on. Oh my god. So if you have any suggestions or advice or anything like that, I'm definitely open to it. That doesn't necessarily mean that we'll take all of it, but I'm very open. I'm very open to listening to it, for sure. Also, big thank you to you guys. You've made me enjoy streaming way more than I ever thought I would. So, thank you for that. Streaming is now something that I like want to do and get better at and put time into. Because you guys make it so much fun. And most of the time, you're just so reasonable. So, I think there we've got... The thing is like... Oh, we can jump while rolling. Okay. So that's what we do. I was going to say, if we have to switch on the fly, it's going to be a little bit tricky. We can jump while rolling. No problem. I haven't really commented much on it, but the onslaught of enemies / environmental hazards has been pretty enjoyable for me so far in this area. I don't know if this is the final area, but I think it's fair to call it an ending area. As a viewer who doesn't contribute to EZA financially, so take what I say with a pinch of salt, I would much prefer there be no on-screen notification of donations. We actually really don't do donations. I too get a little annoyed when I watch some of my favorite streamers and it's like 15 minutes of non-stop reading donations, and so I get that, but also at the same time I think it is good recognizing those people, and so I'm very torn about it. And I think it's important, especially with subs, to recognize them and call them out. And so we don't really do donations, but I do think I would like to recognize subs, because we are extremely grateful for that support. But I know what you mean. I get where you're coming from, for sure. Gurblur. None shall pass by. Let those who would disturb her sleep fall into the depths of endless darkness. Eek. May the intruder never find the key to this door. Alright, what do we have to do? Jojo Renko, you asked a good question. Okay, we got a hand. We also, I bet we can also use Madame Flurry, who does not get enough love. That doesn't seem as good. Let's just Jojo Renko was asking, what's the difference between like somebody like you who streams for a couple of hours versus Damiani, who streams all hours? I think Damiani just streams a lot, for sure. I think I stream a lot too, even though it may not be like 8 hours at a time. This stream will be probably at least 4 hours, and then I'll be streaming at least a couple hours on Friday. And so I actually do feel like I stream a fair amount during the week. But the reason why that is one, I just want to go and work on other things. I have other projects that I need to attend to. But I do think longer streams would be better. I think there are a lot of times, especially with the way that I stream, where I don't make as much progress as I would like to in a game, or I'm not able to play as many games as I would like to, and so I do think streaming more games for longer periods of time is definitely something I want to do, and that's something that I was trying to mention with Suikoden, streaming that for maybe longer chunks of time when possible. So I feel you. I feel you. Rest in peace. Is the bitrate going to hell? We don't have any drop frames. Let me know if the bitrate's getting bad. Damiani's powered by Raisin King. Yeah, props to Damiani. During the break, he really put in a lot of time with games. It seemed like he was having a good time, and it seemed like you guys were having a good time with Damiani. So, that is awesome. Very into that. But yeah, please, don't... Good, bad, ugly, let all the stream thoughts, feelings, suggestions flow in. Gotcha, I'm just very impressed by Damiani's stamina. I too am very impressed by Damiani's stamina. And it's kind of a crazy thing because I play games... I don't have Damiani's stamina, and I don't think I would want to do 15-hour streams. I think that's a little bit too much, but I definitely think I could do like 8-hour streams more often because I play games a lot for 8 hours. But yeah, I am very impressed by Damiani's stamina. I'm very impressed by Huber's, like, I'm going to stream from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy, and it's awesome that he does that. That's a Dark Bones. It's the baddest of the Bones game. Max HP is 20. Okay, so this is a big boy. This is a big boy. Attack is 5. Attack is not too crazy, though, and defense is 2. When its HP goes down to 0, it collapses into a pile, but it'll eventually rise again. Fire and explosions will put a permanent end to it, though. So that's good. Its HP is high, so it's hard to take down. Like any other bone, it sometimes builds friends if it feels outnumbered. It's a pretty tough enemy. You better take it and its buddies out all at once. 8 hours? Isn't that your entire workday, dude? Sounds exhausting. Yeah. That's a long time. That's pretty much an entire workday for sure. But I think you have to look at it in a bunch of different ways. I think if you look at it from a normal workday, it sounds crazy. But if you look at other successful streamers, right? Like any successful streamer, any like reasonably successful streamer that has developed a good following on Twitch, these are people that are streaming at the same time for a long time. Like a lot of people, even people who are doing other things, even if they're heavily involved in YouTube, if they've decided to make Twitch a priority, they're streaming for like 6 to 8 hours at a time. And they're not doing it just once a week or twice a week like I'm doing. They're doing it like almost every day. Like 4 or 5 days out of the week. I think that's something you also have to take a look at. Let's... I bet this won't work on our big boy here. But let's give it a try. I will get to the sub. I see the sub. I will get to the sub as soon as this battle is over. But thank you for reminding me, chat. Oh, it actually did work! Okay! We took him down! OP move! Texan365 just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, Texan. That is a brand new sub, everybody. Thank you for using your Twitch Prime on us. Here's some Sophies for you. Give them some love, chat. Let's be real, though. Ian and Don are the ones who need to stream more in 2018, if anyone. Yeah, I think people really enjoy Ian's streams. I just don't know if Don has any interest in streaming. I know Ian does, so like Ian streaming more, yes, totally. But I don't want to like force Don to do something he doesn't want to do. So there's that. been making a community for Fighters Monster Hunter World on PS4 to help organize for Ben's Dojo on weekly hunts. Oh, there's that key. There's that sweet, sweet key. I'm going to hold out on healing Vivian just a little bit longer in case we run into something that can heal us. But I definitely want to use Vivian, and she's low on health. Regarding making a community, it's a little bit difficult because I think a lot of people want to get involved in weekly hunts, like on Xbox, on PS4, when it comes out on PC. And so me going in and personally managing all of those and keeping up with them and all of that stuff is a lot. That's a huge time commitment. And while I certainly want to like check in and be a part of those communities, I think what I'm definitely going to encourage the community to do is, hey, let's have you guys organize and let's have you guys do hunts on your own together outside of the weekly streams, and really encourage the community to get involved itself outside of us. Pocho McPoach 499. That is also a brand new sub. Thank you, Pocho McPoach. And we've got Rolo 500 3 months in a row. Thank you so much to all of you guys. Here's some Sophies. A key for a door in the Palace of Shadow. Hey Ben, maybe after Suikoden you should do Skies of Arcadia. It would be super jolly. That is a great suggestion, Panzer Shenmue Shining. Yeah, Skies of Arcadia is definitely at the forefront of my mind, and one that I think would be very likely after Skies of Arcadia. Slaber, that's a great name. Just subscribe with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, Slaber. Stumbling over myself a little bit there. Would weekly hunts live work as a Patreon tier? I don't super want to make weekly hunts a Patreon tier. I think it's something where I really want to involve the community, and so I don't really want to put a dollar amount on it. But yeah, that's just kind of how I'm feeling about it. Thank you guys. There's been a lot of subs and resubscriptions during the stream. Thank you guys for the support. It means a lot. Guys, I've finally had a buffer health. Thank goodness. The last 30 minutes have been something else. Oh man, people have been having buffering issues with the streams. Let me know. To be honest with you, chat, we probably undervalue the usefulness of items. We could be using them more than we have been in this playthrough. Can you share when Monster Hunter reviews are going up worldwide? I actually don't think I can. I'm always really hesitant to say this is when the embargo is, because they can be really weird about that. So I don't think I can. I can't say when they're going up. All good here. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know, Adam. My internet got throttled, I think. I'm at work, so I think someone sent a ton of stuff out. Oh, that's a bummer. Sorry to hear that, Candy Coat Thorns. Don't forget that you can use healing items to free up space. Yeah, that is completely obvious. Thank you, Mario Head. That is completely obvious. All our stars gone. We should have done that. That was a dumb decision. Thank you, Mario Head. Are you more excited about Fire Emblem Switch or Valkyria Chronicles 4? Man, that's a good question. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I have more experience with more Fire Emblem games than I do with Valkyria Chronicles, but holy hell, Valkyria Chronicles 1 means so much to me. It's weird because I think I have a little bit more confidence in Fire Emblem, which makes me more excited for Valkyria Chronicles 4 to see what it's going to be. And so I guess if I had to pick, I would say Valkyria Chronicles 4, but I am immensely excited for both. It is crazy to me that I am probably more excited for Fire Emblem Switch than I am Metroid Prime 4. That's nuts to me. Like, that doesn't even sound right to me, but it's the truth. I'm more excited for Fire Emblem Switch than I am Prime 4. Hey Ben, I don't think you're noticing it, but you're failing the second action command in your jumps because of your all or nothing badge. You can technically be doing twice as much damage. I thought, okay, wait a minute. I thought we were hitting it, but I guess not. I don't think we can jump on these guys anyway. I'm glad you're pointing that out, World Rejector. Let's try to button that up. Because that was just something I was not noticing at all. Maybe I was misinterpreting how the all or nothing badge works. Because I thought it was just if you hit the action command, you'll do more damage. But maybe that's not correct? Huh. Okay. Interesting. You actually have to press A on the second jump as well with all or nothing on. Okay. That's just something I'm gonna need to practice then. Thank you for telling me that. I thought it was just hitting the action command normally. So you're saying... Okay, so when I need to press A, is it right at the... when I'm jumping on top of them with the second jump? Is that what needs to happen? We can... This is actually a good place to practice that. So let's try that. Let's figure this out, because I feel like this all or nothing badge is really good. Yeah, okay. Because there I was doing... You can also get a second stylish command after the second jump, so you can get two stylish. We're still not doing it right. This thing is going to let out another. Same timing as the first jump. Okay, so we got a second stylus there. Is that what you guys are talking about? That feels like it's it? Is that what you guys are talking about with the all or nothing badge? Hey Ben, hey Stay Poetic, how you doing, man? Zephyrix, 16 months in a row. Thank you, Zephyrix. Let's get some Sophies for you. I wonder, does the all or nothing also apply to things like multi-bounce? Yeah, throw me that flower. Throw me that flower. All or nothing applies to all of Mario's attacks. This is one of those situations where I'm not sure. I can't tell if the badge is not as good as I thought it was, or I'm not using it as well as it needs to be used. Like, maybe that BP would be better going to something else. All or Nothing says it drops Mario's attack to 0 if he doesn't hit the action commands. Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Alright. Let's take a look at All or Nothing. Hit action commands, attack rises. Fail, it drops to 0. So we are hitting it. Because it's not dropping to 0. In a lot of instances, we are hitting it. I am not sure that's worth 4 BP. It probably looked like it wasn't doing as much damage because that enemy has a ton of defense. Okay. Let's take a look at, like, our 4 BP slot and see. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll leave it for now. 8 damage with that hammer. Not getting the stylish though is bad, even though we don't need it. Always get stylish for swagger, even if you don't need it. You can do 10 damage total against an enemy with no defense. Okay, so maybe it is just the defense that's tripping me up a little bit. Good call. Of course! Of course that happened. Alright. I should have guessed that. And did not. And feel like the game played me well there. Of course that doesn't work. Of course that doesn't work. Supernova. I do want to use Supernova, but it's just so expensive that I kind of want to save it for a big moment. But I guess if I save it for a big moment, we might not see it at all. So, if you guys really want to see Supernova, we can make that happen. Maybe don't use Fireban on the little fireball enemies. Yeah, that was real dumb. That was real dumb. That was just luring them into a false sense of security tactics. That's right. Everything is planned. Ben, do you listen to La Dispute? No, I've never heard of La Dispute. What kind of music is La Dispute? If you're close enough to a level up, it's not that much of a cost. All right, so it's 6 BP, right, which we have. Let's use Supernova. It would also be good, I guess, to figure out what the button prompts are for Supernova. So let's do it. Tap A. All right, seems easy enough. I'm like all ready to mash. I was mashing early day. Oh, let's go! Wow, 15 damage. Mario's Spirit Bomb over here. El Bar, just subscribe with Twitch Prime. Thank you. Oh, we're close to that level up! Good call, chat. Good call. We're rolling. Evbar, just subscribe with Twitch Prime. That is a brand new sub. Give Evbar some love, everybody. Thank you so much for your support, man. We're leveling up! We're casting Spirit Bombs! There's this, like, primal caveman part of me, Caveman Ben, that just really loves mashing that big A button. Look how big that A button is. It's just begging you to just slam into it as fast as possible. This is getting weirder than intended, but mashing that A button feels good. You know what? We're in good spirits. This is a good spirits pick. That's what this is. The BP is the, I'm in a good mood, so we're picking BP. Today, everybody wins. I win, you guys win, BP wins. Today is the day of the people. Double dip is really interesting to me because it's something that I feel like could be useful during the final boss fight. Do you have ice power? I don't think I do. I don't think I do, yeah. There's one that I want really badly. I want Power Bounce. I feel like this will be even useful outside of boss fights. What time do you normally stream on this channel, Ben? I usually work 8:30 to 5:30 Central. I stream pretty consistently at 10 a.m. on Wednesdays PST. And then the other stream that sometimes happens in the week is all over the place, which we need to nail down a little bit better. Once weekly hunts gets started, though, that'll pretty consistently be on Sundays, which I hope is good for a lot of people. Here's a paper Genkai Dama for you, Ben. Thanks for the hard work. SC Meyer, 8 months in a row. Thank you for the support, man. You BP capitalists will never defeat the spirit of the true FP way. Making HP, FP, and BP political is really funny to me. You FP socialist. That's just really funny to me. Ducks Fly Together. Oh, that's a brand new sub. Ducks Fly Together is a great name. Mighty Ducks is a great series of films. And by great, I mean I haven't seen it since childhood, but I have a lot of fond memories of it. Good name. Thanks for the sub. That's a brand new one. Ducks Fly Together. Here are some Sophies for you. Ba-ba-bum. Oh, we can just go between them! We can just go between them! It's like rolling a boulder up a hill. And then somebody just walks by with a boulder picking up machine and like, man, your life didn't need to be so hard. That was a terrible analogy. But you get where I'm coming from. Boulder picking up machine. Alright, Geezy had just subscribed to his friend. Man, we have an actual sub train happening during the finale of Paper Pals, and we just leveled up BP. That capitalist scum. Oh, it's so good. Here are some Sophies for you. Thank you for the support, Geezy Heat. A lot of great names. A lot of great names. Thanks. I believe the movies are on Netflix still. Definitely worth a rewatch. I did not know they were on Netflix. That would be fun. That would be like a good Saturday night chill. Put on some Mighty Ducks. Have you tried Bobbery's Ultimate? Might help a lot here. I think we might have tried it once, or not at all ever. But let's try Bobbery's Ultimate. Good call, Magic Kestrel. We definitely could be better about being more experimental with a lot of those, for sure. And we get to repeatedly tap A! That's our favorite thing! Alright. It'll be especially useful here. Oh, that's 9 FP. That's a lot of FP, though. That's a lot. Okay, let's not do that. I think we can actually just do an Earth Tremor here, and that'll be fun. I'm going to put my Earth Tremor skills on my next resume. If I ever have to apply for another job, like, under experience, I am just putting Earth Tremor. That's what I'm doing. And I guarantee you I'll be able to work wherever I want. Earth Tremor going on the resume. I was contemplating Supernova, I really was. I think he downgraded Flurry, though. I don't think we I think we have upgraded everyone. Even Flurry, I think we upgraded. I don't know if Flurry's maxed, but I know we've upgraded her recently. Right. What is the max level in this game? That move hits harder than Vivi's, but of course costs more FP. Yeah, we could go for another FP level up for sure. Max level is 99. Okay, so there's definitely a lot more leveling to be done. I wonder, I really have no sense of how prepared we are for the final boss fight. It seems like based on these enemies that we're doing just fine, but let's see. Godzilla anime now on Netflix. Kaiju hype. Man, Netflix is getting a lot of stuff. Netflix is getting a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff I want to watch. Grind to level 99. I do want to, someday I want to 100% Final Fantasy 7. What are your favorite movies of 2017? I just recently saw Get Out and thought Get Out was phenomenal. I thought it was very good. I also just recently saw It and thought it was pretty good. I liked It. It was a good movie. Not one of my top films of the year, but I liked it. A movie that has stuck with me a lot that I really loved. Get Out was definitely one of them, and Logan. I really liked Logan a lot. I need to buy Logan on Blu-ray. That is how much I like that movie. And I do not buy a lot of movies. You know what? I would like to get some Miss Mouse action. That's what I would like to do. Deadly Premonition QTE here. Blade Runner 2049 was phenomenal. Blade Runner 2049 is like #1 on my list for movies to see. I just haven't seen it yet. Very excited about Blade Runner. Am amazed that I didn't see it in the theater. Like, amazed and very disappointed in myself that I didn't see it in the theater. In fact, I think I'm just going to do this. Usually do more damage to enemies that have any defense using hammer than jump. Yes, that is true, and I know that, and I just made a bad, dumb decision. If I do fire to them, I'm still doing fire damage to fire enemies, which is really awful. Finally got a defender. Wasting more bumps, I see. I like it. I like it! So the burn should take care of this thing permanently. I'm sad that I can't just hammer them because the dry bones is in the way. Let's... Oh, interesting. So the fire dot goes away when you knock it down. That's really interesting. Oh, so... I think Bobbery does extra damage to Phantom Embers. Yeah, we should be using Bobbery. I thought... So is that not considered a fire attack, I suppose? That does not work how I would expect it to work. Which is okay. We're learning. So Shadefist isn't fire, it just inflicts burn. Okay, good stuff. That was a very sloppy, terrible fight, but that is a fight where we got a lot of information, which is good. We should be, we should have used Bobbery and moved him to the front because Mario's taking way too much damage. So that was a mistake. Mario's taking... Man, Bobbery is doing a lot of damage. That's not too bad. That could have been worse. That could have been worse. Let's switch Bobbery up front here. I'm trying to save resources is what I'm doing right now. That's why I'm not doing the 9 FP attack. Hand check. Yeah, with the mashing. That's pretty funny. Anyone that still remembers hand check, that makes me smile. You've been around for a long time if you remember hand check. Hand check is an old reference. Oldie but a goodie. Wait, are people hating on Logan? Is that what's happening? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like Chad has good taste. Somebody asked, did anyone see I, Tonya? No, that's another one that's on the list. I want to see I, Tonya. It looks good to me. That's a heart. That's a heart. Give me that heart. Okay. Does it always throw it to the top guy? Seems like it does. I watched the FF7 stream this holiday, handshake. The FF7 stream is one of the best streams I've ever done. Makes me happy that you watched it. It makes me happy. Ben, Devilman Crybaby. Devilman Crybaby is insane. Non-stop insanity. Being confused is bad. Can we not be confused? Can we not do that? That worked out. Everything's fine. It might be cheaper to showstopper instead of auto result. Yeah. Honestly, think part. Oh, all right. That's good. That worked. That could have been worse. I think the reason why I'm not using showstopper is I honestly felt the tiny amount of. I can't tell if this is good or bad. Okay, it's bad. All right. Okay. All right, we're gonna. You can heal with Mouse's fourth move. You leveled her up. All right, we can give that a try. We've got Mouse out. Oh my god. Not the direction I wanted to be. Okay. Let's check out Mouse. Smooch. Replenish Mario's HP with a friendly kiss. It's 10 FP, though. That is an investment. And it only heals 10 HP for 10 FP? Mouse, honey, we gotta talk about your prices. This is too much. This is too much. Yeah, we can use Star Power. Star Power is the right call here. Like I said, I just legit was feeling a little bit guilty about Showstopper. We are probably going to have to use a healing item with Mario as well. Just use Sweet Feast. We could use Sweet Feast. That is the obvious answer for sure. We should be using Sweet Feast. Don't confuse me. Don't confuse me! Ah! I hate confusion in any RPG. I hate it. It is the worst status effect. Then, would you say the self-bolt is your most embarrassing moment on any stream? No, I don't even think the self-bolt is that embarrassing. Like, I don't think targeting yourself in Final Fantasy VII is all that difficult. I think it was just funny. I think the self-bolt is just hilarious. I don't consider it embarrassing. I really don't. Run away! Confusion in Pokemon isn't actually that bad. I hate confusion in Pokemon. And the Pokemon card game. I hate it in all forms of Pokemon. Okay, so that's Confusion Powder in the way back. In the way back. I'm going to do this. I don't want that thing to use Confusion Powder. I don't want it to happen. What? What? I think that might have been the all or nothing badge, but it felt like I hit it. Okay. We got through this fight. This fight was a mess. It's okay. It's enough. It's enough damage to get rid of the fire guy and knock down that dude. Everything's fine. We're confused though. Bobbery, don't run away. Oh no, that counts. Okay, if it's down and everybody else is dead, it counts. Alright, good. All or nothing, baby. Ooh! Yeah, we want that. We very much want that. Okay, we have a lot of healing items. I know Chad is going to... We're going to pick up both. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to pick up both. Everybody just relax. We're going to use a healing item right now. And then we're going to pick that back up. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. We're just going to use a bump. Mario. Bobbery is really MVP here. We have a lot. We still have a lot of healing items. However, I think I'm just going to try to use Sweet Feast in the next battle to get his HP up. Eat that waka. We did. We ate the waka. Alright. Ben, you know that you can navigate the pause menu to the tabs at the top, right? Yeah, totally. We've done it a bunch. Yes, I do know that. I just like to do the shortcuts for different things a lot as well. Even though I mess with the shortcuts sometimes, I do like to use them. Alright, we can either go up or we can go to the right. Let's go to the right. I know Ben has never checked the journal. It's true that we almost never check the journal. That is true. That is true. Rip. Is this a repeating room? Because, man, it sure seems like a repeating room. This is a puzzle, have fun. Oh boy. Thrown to the wolves. Oh, nope, that's not what you want. That's not what you want. Okay, so when we've gone to the right, it just repeats. When we go up and to the right, it kicks us. This is just a process of elimination. That was not what I was expecting. That was not what I was expecting. I think you can figure this out here. Okay, so maybe there is some clue in the environment that we're missing that details us into what it should be. And I think I might have an idea of what it is, chat! Ha-ha! Ha-ha-ha! Chat, I didn't even need you. We're moving on up. Boulder grabbing machine, it's where the flame is. That's where we gotta go, it's where the flame is. Ha-ha! We gotta go where the flame is. Yeah! Pro gamer! No, these battles have not been remotely good enough for us to claim that. The battles will get better though. We're only at 11:49. The battles, we'll do better at the battles. We gotta have faith. Ben the Puzzle Master. I'll tell you, you know what? I'll tell you the most embarrassing stream thing that has ever happened to me. and I mean this. The 1-2 Mario 1 performance was abysmal. I am way better at Mario 1 than that performance indicated. That was legit embarrassing. Ben's too good for us? I'm not too good. I am you. Haha! Honestly don't think we could finish this today. You don't think so? I think we can. Buckle up. Although you do know a lot better. Okay. I was feeling really good about this, but maybe this just goes on longer than I expected? Oh no, okay, we did it. We got it right. And I feel like an idiot for using that healing item because it's right there. The healing block is right there. This always happens. It doesn't always happen. That's not true. I'm just mad that it's happening right now. Well now, it seems we get past one dodgy room only to find another. This region is rather like an underground city. What is this place? Underground cities? Going through elaborate mansions with a bunch of enemies into an underground city? Ben give blood a snow day? I'm happy to give any of the allies a snow day at any time. I am the snow day giver. Okay. Let's tattle. You know, chat, something that you haven't been very good about, to be completely honest with you. I've been on top of my tattles like a boss, and I just want some tattle recognition. That is what I want. That's a chain chomp. I hate to get chomped by those teeth. They look nasty. I think Chain Chomp is my second favorite Mario enemy. Nothing can beat Bullet Bill. I love everything about Bullet Bill, but Chain Chomp is like right there. Followed probably by Thwomp. I also very much like Thwomp. Max HP is 7, attack is 6. A lot of attack. Not until you fill the tattle log. Can we fill the tattle log? Are there too many things that we've missed? Its body is hard, so most attacks won't do much. Plus, you can't damage it with fire and ice attacks. You can freeze it, though. Luckily, it has low HP, so you could take it down with a special move or item. Chain Chomps are, like, so super pumped all the time, don't they ever get tired? That's cute. Well, there's a, okay, so there's a healing item that's right there. It said we couldn't damage it with fire attacks. Did it also specify explosions? How dare you criticize shit? Well, I'm just joking around, and people are saying that they did recognize the title, so that's good. I'm just joking with you, chat. Hope you got some Happy Joe's Taco Pizza over the break. I did not. I didn't get any Taco Pizza over the break, and I'm upset about it. 13 months in a row. Thank you, Guava Man. I got Taco John's, which I love. I got Hoo Hut, which I love. And I got Pancheros, which I love. But I did not get Taco Pizza. It was very sad. When will Easy A be sponsored by Taco Bell? I will happily take a Taco Bell sponsorship. I'll happily support Taco Bell. Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. I really want to stream PUBG. I don't know when that could happen, but I've been playing some PUBG and having a great time. And I like that game very much. That is it. I feel like they're strongly encouraging you to use SP moves there. Let's heal him and save, shall we? Let's do that. That was a list of Fargo fast food standards. I'm not sure what that means, Guava Man. Surprised who wasn't in more places. Will 2018 be the mythical cooking video of Ben and Brad how to make a taco pizza? Logistically, that stream would be a nightmare, but it would be a ton of fun. It would be a ton of fun. This slimy breakfast burrito makes my tummy feel funny. Bosman is a Taco Bell rep. Kyle loves Taco Bell. That's not a lie. Kyle goes to Taco Bell and enjoys it very enthusiastically. I think all of us would be happy with a Taco Bell sponsorship. Ben and Brad Shokugeki. That would be great. That would just be great as an easy update bit. A Shokugeki between all of the allies. Oh man, I would lose my shit. That'd be amazing. Oh, Dawn in the Shokugeki? You want to see that. I want to see that. We all want to see it. Make it happen. Showstopper. What? No, I did not mess that up. Game, I am willing to own my mistakes, but I did not mess that one up. That felt a little funny. That felt very funny, game. I don't think I'm buying it. This is risky. And maybe it doesn't work at all. Oh, it does. Okay, 1 damage. Here, I'm dizzy. I'm dizzy. Get these rocks out of here, please. So Hammer will do 3, but attacks might miss. Give me that fire. Mouse is the correct answer. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Get in there, Mouse. Get that stylish. Get in there. Get in there. Dizzy was way stronger in Paper Mario 64. How long is Paper Mario 64? By the way. Oh, give me that. Spend all of the money. Spend all of the money. To help with star power replenishment, you can do 2 stylishes with the hammer. The first stylish makes Mario do a backflip. The second, what happens when Mario lands back on his feet from the black flip. Okay, thank you, World Rejector. I know you mentioned that before, and we've been really bad at doing it, so let's try to get in there with that. 20 to 30 hours for OG Paper Mario. Okay. I want to play all of the Mario RPGs because of the outstanding time that I've had with this. I would be surprised if I enjoyed any of them as much as I enjoy this one. But the interest is there. If nothing else, the interest is there. Do you have any experience with Paper Mario outside of Thousand Year Door? If so, what are your thoughts? Yeah, I do. I played but did not finish the original Paper Mario as a kid and really enjoyed it. Played some Paper Jam, played some Sticker Star, played some Color Splash. Did not finish any of these, but I have some experience with them. That was... Dumb of me. Oh, I have played Super Paper Mario. I did not play all of Super Paper Mario, but I remembered it like just when it was too late to make good on it. But we'll try again here. I've notoriously not liked Super Paper Mario all that much. The reason I stopped playing was actually because I didn't like it, unlike the other games that I mentioned. But I actually just recently bought... Chat. This last weekend, I bought a bunch of I bought a bunch of Wii games and one Wii U game at GameStop and a Steam controller. So what happened? True story. What happened is my girlfriend and I were going and getting a haircut, and we didn't get it. We tried to get it, but we didn't get it. My girlfriend and I were going to get our haircut, and hers took a lot longer than mine did. And I was like, oh, there's a GameStop next door. I'll just go in there and hang out and look around, but not buy anything. And I walked away with, like, I think I ended up buying, like, 7 Wii games and 1 Wii U game and a Steam controller for no reason. So that feels good. You forgot to... I forgot to tattle! Okay, chat, you can definitely relish in that one, where I was hyping up my tattle prowess and did not do it because I was wrapped up in story time. That is egg on my face times 1,000. Are those enemies coming back? Can I redeem myself? The inevitable Frank must be nice. I don't think must be nice applies when you're buying Wii games. I don't think that applies. They were also, like, really cheap. Oh, I didn't tattle. Egg on my face tattle. Tattletale title has been revoked. Please tell me I'm gonna see those enemies again. It's not that there aren't really good Wii games. That's not... the comment with the Wii games was just like, they were... It's not like they were a bunch of $60 games. That's what I'm trying to say. Man, I can't get that second stylish. Everything is falling apart. Everything is falling apart. Chat. Okay, I gotta do it sooner. I have to do it sooner than I'm doing it. Have you ever played Muramasa? Yes, I have played Muramasa. Really enjoyed what I played of Muramasa as well. What's frustrating about Muramasa is I played it when it came out on Wii. I played the Vita version. I've just bounced around a different version and haven't stuck with it, which is infuriating because Muramasa is awesome. Yeah, we got the second stylish! Alright, everything fell apart. We were at 0. We're coming back up. We're on the rise. Everything's good again. Don't worry about it. Oh man, anytime we don't get the stylish for Mouse, I feel bad because she's just so adorable. What happens? Yeah, Goaty Chat wasn't sending any poor mods. Yeah, shout out to the mods for trying to handle that as best they could. I'm sure it was insanity. Good, now can I get that quad stylish power smash? We should just do a stylish showcase. There's only one of you? No big deal. We got it again. We got it again. We're gonna put Bobbery in here. We got it again. We're back. We're back, baby. Stylish all day, every day. But are you at some point gonna try to get the Platinum in Persona 5 this year? Probably not, no. I don't have time to go back and get that platinum. That would take a lot. That would take a lot of time. What Wii games did you get? I got both Boom Blocks games. I got Kirby Return to Dreamland. I got Super Paper Mario. I got Animal Crossing City Folk. What else? What else? What else? What else? I got Sonic Colors. I think that might be it for Wii. I think that might be it for Wii. I think those were the Wii games that I got. Ball Party game. Come back to me. Believe in love. After love. I'd love to see a Sonic Colors stream. I would love to play Sonic Colors. People talk very highly of it. It's like one of the few that I haven't played. I'd really like to play Sonic Colors. Although I will say, despite like really genuine, oh my god, we can't get it anymore. We gotta remember to be earlier about it because we always go too late. You actually want to do it like a little bit before you land. Despite liking Sonic Generations, I don't think I like it quite as much as other people do. So I'm curious how I would feel about Sonic Colors. Return to Dreamland is one of the better Kirby games in my opinion. Yeah, Return to Dreamland always looked so awesome to me. I remember, I think it was Bloodworth that was reviewing it when I was an intern at GT. And I think we played co-op together, and I had just a wonderful time. A great time. And I remember like watching him play it with envy because of how good it looked. Like, it looked like a really good, solid, classic Kirby game, and I've always wanted to play it. It's actually been weirdly hard to find. And so I'm glad I have it now. It was definitely one of the more expensive ones that I bought. I think it was actually like 30 bucks at GameStop, if I'm remembering correctly. One game that I played as an intern with Bloodworth Co-op that I did not have any fun with was Ratchet & Clank All for One. One for All? The co-op one. I think it's All for One. I don't remember the name, but the Ratchet & Clank co-op game I did not have a good time with. Who are you? Oh, it's a dragon. That is a sick-looking dragon. No one's disturbed me here in eons. Who dares defile this sacred place? Now, who's this dragon fellow? I say, isn't that Hooktail the thing you beat up before? Yes, enormous with rather grimy toes. That suits this fellow to a T! What? You destroyed my precious younger sister? I wonder why she hadn't written recently. Quake in fear, mortals, for I am Gloomtail. I will avenge my sister. This is so cool. That wraparound beginning to end. I will avenge my sister by taking your lives and then gnawing on your bones. Boss fight time. Okay. Alright, chat. Do you believe? I don't know if I believe. My first fresh meat in ages. Allow me to take my time and toy with you a while. Ooh, dodgy's good. Dodgy's good during a boss fight. We got a tattle. We got a tattle. I feel so bad about missing that tattle. What do we got? It's a rock. That's murdering the whole family. That's right. We're murdering. We're murdering for the sake of paper pals? That's Gloomtail. I think he's Hooktail's brother. I see a family resemblance. I mean, Goombella, I love you, but that was said. Max HP is 80, attack is 8, and defense is 2. Okay, so a lot of HP, a lot of scary dairy attack, but defense is low. He'll bite or stomp you, and he may also breathe poison on you. Great. When his HP gets low, he may throw in some other attacks as well. Wouldn't surprise me. Especially watch out for his Mega Breath move. Bahamut over here. Mega Flare. Because the word is, it's gnarly. He also stores power for some attacks, so use Vivian to hide to avoid those. Thank you, Tattle. You excellent mechanic. That is very useful information. How do we like to start boss fights? We like to start them with Power Lift. That's how we like to start them. Let's go. Alright. So last time we did Power Lift, we did very well. Last week. Let's try to do well here. Let's loosen up. Whoa, nope. Bring it back, bring it back. Should have gotten at least 2 attack there, but the 2 defenses I think is a little bit more important to us, so we'll accept it. You are accepted. Mario dodging is very good because we're not going to be keeping Goombella around for this fight. Which is good. We actually want somebody with a lot of HP to be tanking the hits here, and that's going to be Bobbery. However, with that said, Mario does have the dodge on, so it might be wise to keep him up front for at least right now. For next time, Power Lift only works with the party members out, so don't switch for Goombella just yet. Good call, Magic Kestrel. I should have known that, and thank you for telling me. It's most important on Mario, but yeah, we should have done it with Bobbery here. Praise the Sunno, 22 months in a row. Thank you so much, man. Oh, we failed that. That dodge! That pretty lucky badge! BP all day! Okay. Let's try to power bounce here as best we can. Okay, it's so frustrating because I always mess up at first the action commands on really, really big enemies because it's so different from smaller enemies. That was a waste of FP, but oh well. That got me excited. That got me excited. Things are going well. We were fighting a giant dragon. Still has a lot of HP left, but the fight is going well so far. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Just missing the action command for the jump worries me. I think we're going to take more of an attrition approach here. We don't have the dodge anymore, which is bad. Supernova? You think we should Supernova? I do like Spirit Bombs. I do like them. I'm curious how much it would do on this guy. Let's go. We got all of them. 15. 15 is solid. 15 is solid. Good damage. Good damage. Man, I wish we had that buff on Bobbery. That was a huge mistake. Gwahaha! You are tough meat, my little tasty morsels. But how will you fare against this? We got the defense. Okay, that did 9 and 10 with us defending. What I'm really bummed about is we won't be able to use a Sweet Feast if we need to. We need to be switching these two. However, both of his attacks tend to hit both of us. I think we can basically take one more hit and then we need to heal. This music is also very good, by the way. Give me that double stylish. Him hitting Bobbery is something I'm completely okay with. Like we're just okay with our allies dying, I think. I mean, I don't know. If Bobbery takes another hit, we might use one that heals. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We did it, you guys. We did it. We did it. What? You are not the easy prey you appear to be. Is he gonna do a super duper move here? I would never be able to show my face again if I was bested by you whelps. So show the true extent of my power. Is this where we do the amazing quad stylish and then die? No, please. Okay. Alright. Everything's... Whoo boy. I'm freaking out, chat. I am glad it's just a buff though instead of a regular attack. Oh, VV time, that's right. We can use VV. That, oh, we should have done that before. 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 We're okay. We're not rip yet. We're not rip yet. We're still in the game. We're still in the game. I'm actually gonna keep Bobbery in here and use another Ultra Shroom. And Power Smash. Didn't get the quadruple stars this time. How can this be? Is he gonna buff? It's okay, it's okay. We'll take that, we'll take that, we'll take that, we'll take that. Okay. How much were we doing with Power Smash? Why can't I remember how much we were doing with Power Smash? We're doing 8? Okay. I wasn't sure. That was not Power Smash! We didn't do Power Smash! We did the wrong move! It's fine. No, no, is it true? Can I expire? We did not choke. We finished that fight. Boss defeated. Boss defeated. The effect of the curse increased your star. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. And we leveled up. Chat had no faith. I had faith the whole time. The cats had faith. Because you gotta have faith. Alright. I want to peek. That's what I want. What? There was a wooden chest in your mouth. You got a star key. I love how big this dude is. He's twitching. They made his leg twitch after you kill him. That's kind of disturbing. Also kind of awesome. Well done. Congratulations, you beat the game, Ben. No, we have not beaten the game yet. We have not beaten the game yet. The real question is, where do we put the star key? He's just resting. You know, he's dealing with a lot of pain, man. That's not a casual rest. We're gonna finish the final boss with 1 HP left. It's gonna be a little rough. This is self-bolt all over again. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What time did you get home last night, Ben? I didn't get home until like 1:30. It was very, very rough. Okay, so we need to put this star key somewhere. The thing you have to do here isn't super obvious. Yeah, it definitely seems like I need to use the key to get over there. That seems obvious. But where I actually put it is a little... It's definitely not hitting me in the face. It's so pretty, man, they did this game well. This is a very good looking game. I completely agree with you, Candy Coded. What the what? Oh! We have to do something about those chain jumps if we want to move on. Maybe you should use your least favorite party member? Well, we know who that is, I guess. Something about the chain jumps. It definitely feels like we can interact with them somehow. Different party member. Okay, there we go. There we go. But there's two different ways we can go down. I'm assuming we're going to need to hit both of those blue switches. Okay. Okay. We got it. We got it. We're in there. We're in there. I am going to guess that there's not going to be any way for us to go and buy more healing items. We're actually, believe it or not, with what we have right now, we're actually not doing too bad. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be able to get through the final boss. Just fine. I believe in us. Hey Ben, time to go online after class with some Paper Mario. Good to have you, Garmore. Good to have you. Always enjoy having you, man. Okay, so that opens that. No problem. You can always go back. It'll just take a while. Yeah, I just meant, like, is the game going to throw a super immediate shortcut at me? Where basically, like, hey, the final boss is in that door, and a shortcut back to town is right there. But I would assume probably not, which is more than fine. But it's okay to have dreams. Vivian, Bobbery, Yoshi, Mrs. Mouse, Koops, Goombella, Flurry. Vivian is definitely my favorite, for sure. Bobbery is really growing on me. Mouse is a classic. Koops is great. I like a lot of them. Vivian is number one, though, without a doubt. Vivian for life. Every party member is amazing except Flurry. That is basically how I feel. That's basically how I feel. So, I wonder if this is the final area. It feels very ominous, doesn't it? It feels like we're gonna be doing something pretty excellent. Okay, it's not. All right. Miss Mouse's steal ability is really good when an enemy has a badge. Yeah, Miss Mouse and the piercing the defense is really good too. Koops is just Kyle. Koops is just Kyle in like an amazing way. I love it. I really love it. We've actually got 15 more hours left. You jokesters. Oh man. This definitely feels ominous. 1,000-year door is the halfway point of the game. In fact, Roadport is going to be inverted. You'll have to play through the entire game upside down. Okay, we've got, it looks like puzzle time. Who's ready for some puzzles? The unseen may yet be felt, so that we, the great ones, be it here, be it there. Okay. There's something here. There's something invisible here. Yeah! A key for the pedestal and the Palace of Shadow. We had to collect keys. You should have summoned Amygdala. Flurry useful. Yeah, flurry hype. I think it is time to just get like I like Drewby's idea here to just get a couple of PogChamps for Flurry. Constantly trashed on, but actually useful sometimes. In a Charlotte position that is not warranted. All you see isn't all there be. Stones have power of stars. Touch it to pass through. Oh, alright, that, I'm gonna be honest with you, that was a complete accident. Okay, so far okay. So far we're doing okay. The Ben emoji is pure joy. I really like the Sugoi Ben. I'm glad you like it too. Oops. 4 stones, twin stones, Master of Shadow and Dark. 2 are 1, 1 is 2. 2 are 1, 1 is 2. Good morning, Ben. Hello, Eddie Phoenix 21. How you doing? You always go to another room if you're stuck on one. I want to spend a little bit more time here. 2 are 1, 1 is 2. How do we interact with these? Can we interact with these? The only thing that I can think of that seems to make some amount of sense is this. No. Okay. Let's read the description again. Four stones, twin stones, Master of Shadow and Dark. 2 are 1, 1 is 2. That to me really speaks to Vivian, Master of Shadow and Dark. 2 are 1, 1 is 2. But I don't know how that could be used here. Yeah, I thought about the shell too, but the shell is not. It's not gonna go far enough, and Huber's not gonna go far enough. Huber doesn't go that far, unfortunately. The middle line isn't part of the hint. Yeah, Healer can't make that. Unless... I was wondering if we could push that. We can't push it, we can't hammer it. We can't bobbery it. Can Flurry, like, blow the blocks? No. The middle line is just flavor text. Okay, so let's pay attention to the first 4 sorts since 1 was 2. Can't you just charge the hammer? I tried charging the hammer. And that didn't work either. No luck on the charge hammer, yeah. I feel like the answer is just blowing up that stone somehow. Try a different room? Alright, we'll try a different room. You know what you're saying about a different room actually gave me an idea. Maybe there's a mirrored room? Like, maybe there's a mirror room and you have to do something in that room to affect this one. That would make sense. Especially when you're speaking of, like, the 2 is 1, 1 or 2. So, maybe it's a mirrored room. That's gonna be... Okay, this is a switch. Switches are good. Beyond, beyond, beyond. Complete all 7 before. Alright, so maybe we just need to do this first. Because, yeah, both of these are having an effect in the other room. Making the switch! Oh, good call. Okay, so... Man, I can almost guarantee that the switches affect that room. There are 4 more rooms up top. Okay. Don't tell me, chat. I feel like we're on the cusp of greatness here. I feel like we're on the cusp of it. What is the very, very top? We'll get there. Oh! We can put the Star Stone in here. Mario, look at that! It's totally huge. What is it, do you think? Okay, so this is where we're gonna put all the keys. Sure, sure, sure. Not to trigger a rabbit hole the chat will never get out of, but did you marathon any rad anime while you're on break? I pretty much just watched Hellsing Ultimate, and I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Super. That, as far as anime on break, that is pretty much what I watched. Which is not as much as I wanted to, but I did get to hang out with a lot of family, people, and friends, and so that was good. That's what that time should be used for, you know? Let fall the weakest, and the sky's light, then build... Oh, okay. Alright, so this one's obvious. So we gotta kill the gray one, the pink one, and the blue one, I would assume. Or perhaps it's gray, blue, pink, but we can figure it out. Bob, are you so good? You're finally being given the recognition you rightfully deserve, Bobby. Ben, will you watch Gundam Thunderball? Yes, I totally will. Watch Gundam Thunderball. I have no idea if this guy is stronger or weaker, so what we should do is we should tattle, of course, and then run away. To see both of them. Oh, this guy's already tattled. My bad. Whoops. Well. I just didn't see the HP at first for some reason. But that's alright. We failed the running away. It almost never happens. Have I fought a pink skeleton before? I suppose we'll find out very quickly. Ah, so that has 5 HP. Oh, so we already messed it up. We've already messed it up. That's too bad. So we're gonna have to reset this. I wonder if we can just leave the room and reset it. But now we know the order, so that's fine. Okay, alright. So we want this guy first. Oh, do we? There's another guy that I didn't see the first time that I was in there. Oh boy. Oh boy. We just didn't see that guy. Alright. Come on. Come now. Come now. Alright, so this is the weakest guy. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Alright, so that's the first one. Everything's fine. Recovery mode. Hit. Oh, whack him up. Bam. Wow, that's a vintage reference. Yeah. That was not a great reference, but that's what we got. Why am I always getting the stylish when I don't need them? Give me that sweet parry. Good stuff, good stuff. Give me that key. Chat, what's gonna fill the 1,000-year door hole in my heart? What's gonna fill it? Will it be love? Will love fill the hole? The shy one hides his shape, the shy one hides his face. The shy one. Shape and face. They're hiding. Don't hide! I will hammer you until you come out! East and West will fill it? Yes, that's true. East and West are the most beautiful creatures that have existed on this earth. Oh. They're so beautiful. Those lovely cats, man. Ah! I have an idea. I have an idea! Chat. Haha! Vivian Have I told you recently that I love you? Remember, chat, try to restrain yourself on these puzzles as much as you can. You've been doing a very good job so far. Straight onward, destroy all in your path. We know the stars spurn us. Excuse me, that's some Coke Zero right there. Straight onward. Not trying to rush y'all, but when is Tabletop scheduled to return if you know? I missed it. Yes, I do know, actually. Tabletop Escapade Season 2 this will be on the Easy Ally schedule. This won't be the only place where we announce it, but Season 2 will premiere on January 31st. That is when it will premiere. I really have no clue with this one. I guess I just gotta try things. Straight on, straight onward. Straight onward from what point? Alright. We're gonna ask Goombella for help. This might be another case where we need to hit switch. There's something on the wall based on a message. I'd say, I guess we just have to go straight from the entrance. And then we have to get into the wall. We have to do something. Yeah, something. Okay, I got it. Ba ba ba. That's not it. We have to go straight from the entrance. And then we have to do something. Let's try all of the things. Yeah! We did it! We did it! Okay, good. Aha! 1 or 2, 2 or 1! Whoa! We figured it out just by going in this room. 4 stones, twin stones can live again by the stone. 2 are 1, 1 is 2. We've got it. We've got it all figured out. Bobbery once again displays his dominance. Yes, Bobbery is like the gruff, awesome dad you always wanted. That's what Bobbery is. I feel like we were figuring this out within a reasonable time frame. Reasonable pals. We are now the reasonable pals. Pride yourself on being reasonable, chat. Great Cody stream last night. Thank you. Hey Mazan. Very much appreciate that. 15 months in a row. Let's get you some Sophies. If there are any other subs or resubs that I missed, please let me know. Thank you for that lengthy support, man. Having a bomb for a father sounds perilous. No. It's just tough love. It's just tough love. That's all it is. I think we've gotten all of the keys, right? We just have to get this last one in this room, and then we're good to go. G2G. We are going with Paper Mario until we finish it. However, I think Blood was in chat. Blood, seriously, Blood, if you want or need to stream, I am totally willing to hop off of this and finish later. But if you need to get stuff done or you're cool with that, then we'll just keep going till the end. Either way, I'm on board with it. 2 missing, I believe? Okay, are we missing another one? What are we missing? Nintendo Direct is in 1 hour and 10 minutes. We should stream the Nintendo Direct thing. I would so be happy not streaming today, but Kyle wants reactions to the Nintendo thing. Okay. I see. Chat, I am going to take a quick second to A, do a research break, and 2, message in Slack really quick. Give me about 5 minutes. I will be right back, chat. Hey everybody. Sorry for keeping you waiting. How we all doing? I see a lot of speculation about what Nintendo is going to reveal today. Boy, Nintendo has just been non-stop with... just absolutely non-stop with announcements. And these announcements, like, we didn't know about this ahead of time, right? This just happened. Nintendo just wakes up and decides to drop bombs on us. The road to 2018 begins today. I like that. I like that. 20 months in a row. Thank you, B-Boy. How we doing? The fact that it's on Facebook tells me it's definitely super nothing. You think so? It's hard to tell at this point. New interactive experience. What if Nintendo is coming back? Okay, so we are missing another key. So the person, I'm not sure who said that in chat, but the person was right. It's been up when most of the US has been asleep. Ben, will you stream the Metal Gear Survive beta with the allies? That is not something that's currently planned, but something I would be interested in doing. When is the beta? Nintendo DS. It's pretty funny. When is the Metal Gear Survive beta? I really want to play that. Thursday. Okay, is it just that one day? New interactive experience. 118 through 121. Okay, so we have a little bit of time. Okay. We also have that Monster Hunter beta in there as well. Same time frame. A lot is happening in the video game world. Don't be sleeping on video games. Ah, okay, so this was the room. This was a room where I thought these switches were for the other blocks, but they weren't. Chat, you've done such a good job of showing restraint with these puzzles. Beyond, beyond, beyond. Complete all 7 before. Beyond, beyond, beyond. Before. Huh. The only thing that I thought there is because it said beyond, 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 hit one switch twice, and then because it said before, hit the other switch. Or, I'm sorry, hit the first switch 3 times and hit the second switch twice. That was the only thing, is because of the repetition of the words. But that was... Alright. Reasonable Pals continues. Obviously, Nintendo are finally localizing Rainbow Man. That'd be great. Doshin the Giant. Localize all the weird stuff. Please bring all of the weird stuff over here. I will play it. Please and thank you. Hashtag localize the weird stuff. I die laughing if this announcement is just like Pikmin 4 and Nintendo actually is doing it. Harumph! It's moving. Oh! What? Bobbery is really good to have out during cutscenes. That elder indignation. What is the best Rainbow Road and what is the best Rainbow Road theme? I'm very partial to, even though it is definitely not my favorite Mario Kart game, I'm very partial to Mario Kart 64's Rainbow Road. The Super Nintendo one is good as well. What was that? Let me tell you about Rainbow Road. Cut to dialogue. What was that? What was that? Any plans to try out Street Fighter V AE? Absolutely. I will be trying that out today. For the first time. Yes, 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 yes. Mario Kart DS is great. Mario Kart DS is my favorite Mario Kart. Believe it or not. Mario Kart DS is, in my opinion, absolutely the best Mario Kart game ever made. But as far as Rainbow Road goes, my top two would be SNES and 64. Those would be my picks. Mark McAfee, 2 months in a row. Thank you so much. Mark McAfee, let's get some subs for you. Double Dash for me. Double Dash is also very good, Atomize, and I do respect that pick. Thoughts on 8? I really like 8. I do not like Wii, and I don't like 7 very much at all. But I think 8 is great. I've had a lot of fun with 8. I thought the DLC was fantastic. Really like Mario Kart 8. A lot. Mario Kart 8 is the best Mario Kart to me since Double Dash, for sure. The tracks in Double Dash are so good. Seven is so much better than 8. I disagree, man. I'm not a big fan of 7. I'm sorry. I played a lot of 7 too, and just not my favorite. What did we open? What did we open? DS is my favorite. Good taste, my friend. DS is very good. Oh my. What's happening? We've been waiting for you, Mario. Is it the sisters? It is the sisters! What? Professor? What are you doing here? If they're like doing some betrayal right now, I can't handle it. What are you doing here? Thank you so much for opening the door for us, Mario. Yes, that was nice. Thanks to your do-gooder predictability, my plan is progressing very smoothly. Opening the door for you? My dear repellent woman. Repellent woman! What do you mean by that? So you still don't see it. Ah, such fools. The professor, frankly, you were here with when you opened the 1,000-year door was none other than this little freak. Okay, repellent woman? What a line. And then freak in a sheet. What a line. Whoa! The callback. What up, Dupless? The real Frankly is sleeping off a nasty bump on the head somewhere in a closet. Okay, so not an actual betrayal, but good shenanigans. See you, Ben. See you, chat. Thank you, the Nerdazoid, for joining, man. Appreciate it. Poor thing, and once we get rid of you here, our plan will be nearly complete. Ready for the end, my dears? You and that traitor Vivian have a date with eternity. Uh-huh. That's right, Slick. Eternity! Shut up, freak. Wow. Oh, okay, right, sorry. Such balderdash! It's quite obvious you're here for stomping, so let's have at it. Ooh, we get to fight him. Come, my sort of lovelies, Maryland, freak sheet. I said my name's Dupless. What was the first thing we guessed for Dupless's name? Alright, my kind of lovelies. This time we take out Mario and his goon squad for good. So if I catch you slacking, you'll be in for incredible punishment come tomorrow. Go! Okay, okay. There was actually many more okays there, but that's right. Alright, so we've got an unexpected boss fight here. Let's not be reckless. What's so good is we've got 8 star points. So we can Supernova without a care. And just do that 15 damage. Just right out the gate. That's pretty good. It's all about those huge AoEs. Gah! Curse you, Mario! This is so very annoying! Blast him! Are you okay, Marilyn? Marilyn. Oh, Marilyn, I love you. Hey, you freak sheet. Pull it together, will you? Don't make me punish you. So sorry. Oh, man. Dublis is being whipped into shape here. Just can't handle it. That's not that big of a deal. You're no dragon. I didn't think that was an attack. I thought that was some sort of weird buff. I think what I will do... I think I'm going to actually do an Ultra Hammer. Followed by one of those blasts. What's great is we have the healing thing right next to us, so we can just be completely reckless with FP and be fine with it. I'll leave the rest to you! This attack is gonna hurt real bad. I don't think we need to heal! Finish with that Vivian for sweet revenge. Good idea. Did not see this in time, but that was a good idea. I like where your head's at, that's savage. At this rate, she will never... Oof. Good. We took out the baddies. Now we heal for 10 coins. Gotta get that star power back, though. Get it back. Get it back. Man, those powerful AoEs really do some work. Heal and save. We should save. Good call, Magic Kestrel. I don't know why we didn't immediately save. But that's alright. Leaving my resub notification during a People's House streams is just tradition at this point. Garmore, thanks for doing it, man. Thank you for the support. Always good to have you around. Garmore, you always try to be very helpful, and I appreciate that. Ben, quick unrelated question, if you don't mind. None of the allies play Cuphead? No. I know Blood played it. I know Brad played through it. I've finished it. Cuphead falls into a weird spot. I loved Cuphead, and I very much agreed with Brad's review. And I know Brad felt good about it. I think Cuphead just fell into this weird, really bizarre spot that is tough to explain, where we really enjoyed it, but in a year that was so stacked, it didn't quite make it to a list in any way, and so that was bizarre. I really like Cuphead, and I do believe it should have gotten more love. It's better than the recognition that we gave it last night, and it is weird that it didn't get a nod for soundtrack. The nod for soundtrack was just an oversight, for sure. But no, we definitely did play Cuphead. Okay, time for redemption, everybody. Time for redemption chat. I listened to Cuphead, it wasn't oversight on my part. That wasn't shade at you, Blood. I just believe that I should have listened to the Cuphead soundtrack more and brought it up. That's not on you or necessarily a fault with the awards. I'm just mad that I personally didn't bring it up. That's all. So no, I don't think it was an oversight on Blood's part. Blood did absolutely nothing wrong. In any way. That's a Dark Wizard. It's a part machine, part organic, centuries old thing. Max HP at 10, attack is 5, and defense is 2. It uses magic to attack and to alter your condition, so stay on guard. If there's only one left, it'll multiply itself to confuse you. I know they look totally goofy, but they're actually pretty tough enemies. Actually, pretty tough. That thing is part organic, that's kind of spooky. It is kind of spooky. You know what? We didn't equip the partner badge that makes them do more damage. The P up, P down partner badge. We should do that. Bobbery, I just really like using you right now. We were robbed of a near debate, though. You really weren't. Like, robbed on how almost all the allies felt about Yokotaro's madness, and rather it was worth cutting or keeping. No, I don't think you were robbed of anything. I don't know what fictional debate you wanted. That's all. Sorry, I just don't see that one. No, this is not the attack that I wanted! Interesting. But I must say, I really appreciate you fighting for Divinity as hard as you did. Definitely an underrated game. Thank you, man. Yeah, Divinity is absolutely incredible, and I hope more people play it. I think it is getting a lot of recognition at a lot of places, and I think that's good, because it totally deserves it. There are games that I play where I don't like them as much or like them more than I think other people do, but Divinity is one where I feel like all of the enthusiasm that I have for it is completely warranted. So yeah, thanks, man. If that image is true and that's what we're getting in the direct, that seems a little disappointing. Any games in the near future that you suspect will be overshadowed or not receive as much coverage as they deserve? Yes, totally. Lost Sphere, potentially. Okay, robbed was too strong of a word and wasn't meant to be taken seriously. I'm sorry. I wasn't even trying to be too serious with that, B-boy, so I hope you didn't take me too seriously. I do feel legit bad about the Nier spoiler mode. That's something that, like, I still want to happen. And yeah, Nier is a good enough game, an amazing enough game that I can understand why people are frustrated that it didn't get talked about more. But I definitely do think we went out of our way to give it recognition to talk about it as best we could. It did not get as much love as some other things, that's totally true. But I definitely think it got a nod. They don't call it direct, there's no stream coming, it's just a video they're putting up on their YouTube channel. Temper expectations. Okay, that is very good information. Thank you, M-Bun. If you want Nier talk, watch Giant Mom's Goatee. Boy, did they talk about it. I started the final day podcast of their Goatee deliberations. I did not get very far. I pretty much got through the best Mario transformation. That was all I saw. So let's be a little bit more efficient with our resources here in these things. Okay. So when you try to attack them, they fail. That's fine. You forgot the badge again? Thank you, Aubrey. We'll equip it right after this. Okay. This is fine. That scream is pretty good. We don't need to be spending 9 FP though. It's too much for what we need to do here. Good. There we go. That's much more efficient than what we were doing before. It got what it needed in the deliberations, just it was a victim of the last-minute decision to cut out almost all of the finalists. Yeah, somebody messaged me and said that they were disappointed that that is how it went with the finalists, and I get what you mean. I can see how that would be frustrating. I think there were just two things that happened that we were kind of wrestling with, is we just talked so much about each of the nominees for so long that when it came to deliberations, I think there was kind of this sense that we had already said our piece, but I think if we were to do it again, I think there is an argument to be made for not having that lengthy conversation about everything and getting more into the deliberations and pitting things against each other rather than that huge cut that we did at the end. So, Ben, did you see the GIF? No, I did not see the GIF. What GIF? Alright. How much is the badge? It's 2. It's 2. We can probably get rid of... We can honestly probably get rid of Happy Heart. I think next year y'all should start go to your deliberations earlier, if at all possible. Yeah, I think that's a good suggestion. Okay. We got Flurry here. Flurry's useful again! Okay. We just fell off the edge. Wrong badge. That was the wrong badge? Really? Oh, it is the wrong badge! Oh my goodness. Thank you. That was a mistake. That's the right badge. Similar names. Flurry is a poor man's Bobbery. I like that comment. $51 BP, have you really come this far? You can only measure a person's true worth by how much BP they have. Thanks, Huber. Pay 4 BP to do nothing. I just, for myself, I need to make sure that we are all set on those. Okay. Good way to use this track, by the way. Ben, was everyone okay with it being, with Goaty being on camera after the stream? I think so. I think so. I think the thing that we were a little bit confused on is we just didn't know how good you guys felt about it. We know what we have to do here. Coops! I don't know if you guys liked it being on camera. It seemed like you did, based on the few messages that I got, but it's hard to know for sure. I do think it was frustrating for the mods, but I think in general people liked it. Okay. Good information. We should try to figure out how to make that as not frustrating for the mods as possible. I loved every second of it. Great discussions. It was like in the end of the year frame trap. Yeah, I guess I hadn't thought of it that way, but yeah, it is kind of like that. I think it was frustrating for the mods because there were certain people in chat being really disrespectful. Some of these people were being disrespectful. Like, how were they being disrespectful? Oh wait, were we supposed to fall down? Is that okay? Are we okay? What just happened? Was Chain Shot just thirsty? Is that what happened? Are we going to pause the game for the Nintendo Direct? My understanding is that it's not a Direct, though. That they're just throwing something up on YouTube, correct? Pie or cake? Pie for me. I believe the waterfall in the sky clears poison and dizzy. Okay. Good information. Did not know. Okay, so we need to hit the things. I don't know if we need to go down or up to this door. I'm honestly not a big cake person myself. To be completely upfront with you. So I think we need to raise. Do we need to just hit both of them? Will I watch it with you? Yeah, I'll watch the Nintendo video with you. Whatever ends up being. Okay, so there's a chat is just hopping all over the place right now. I'm getting very distracted. And not paying attention to this puzzle. Huber can glide. Huber can glide, Psycho Dream. That is very true. Huber is a beautiful angel. But that means we need to hit another switch. To get across this gap. We're all anxious for the Nintendo announcement. I think that's what it is. I think people are just very anxious for the Nintendo announcement. Did we get a consensus for Pie v Cake here? I don't have both very often. Honestly, I don't even have sweets all that often. My worst habit is soda for sure. Pie 100%, pie. Cake every time. Pie, cake. Pie, cake. I think we're pretty split here, friends. We're going to have to settle it to Splatfest. I would love a Pie v Cake Splatfest. Waffles greater than pancakes and pie greater than cake. I feel like I'm some sort of heathen where I'm not that big into pancakes. I love waffles. Love waffles. Waffles all day, every day. Not that big into pancakes. French toast is the superior one. I like French toast. I specifically really like French toast sticks for some reason. Oh! Okay. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. We gotta move. We gotta move. French toast sticks are amazing. Mario Head. Mario Head knows what's up. Pancakes are mad. Okay, I was expecting a lot more pushback on the pancakes thing than I got. Because a lot of people love some pancakes. I don't hate them. I'm not above a good pancake. They don't speak to my soul the way some other food does. Don't really like pancakes either. All right. We're all on the same page. We all like exactly the same things. We are paper pals. Waffles are definitely better. Waffles are... I haven't gone to the store and bought some Eggo waffles in forever. I want to do that. I'm going to take a walk after we finish Paper Mario Thousand Door. I want to buy some Eggos. That's what I want to do. That sounds like a good time. Okay, alright. We gotta move. So... this is interesting. Blueberry ones? I don't think I've ever had blueberry Eggos. That sounds delicious. Okay, so we were supposed to jump there. Good. What kind of Eggos? I don't know. I remember having, like, cinnamon Eggos, I believe, that were delicious. I'm also a very big fan of cinnamon. Cinnamon and caramel. I like... when I said I don't do sweets very often, and I mentioned soda being kind of the one guilty thing, I do like, a lot of, like, Starbucks shenanigans as well. That is something I indulge in probably too much. Aha! Aha! I see the bar. Chocolate chip Eggos are the best. Chocolate chip Eggos sound really good right now. Sound really good. Maybe we should just buy all the Eggos in the store. Breakfast sweets? Yeah, breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. I adore having some eggs, having some hash browns, having some ham, bacon, sausage. I love all of that stuff. I will eat it at any time, and I eat it very often. How do you feel about bagels? I didn't have... this is weird. I didn't have bagels until, like, later on in my life, but I very much like bagels. Bagels and some cream cheese, it's a good time. You can have a party with some bagels and some cream cheese, for sure. Are you going to go out with ice cream and whipped cream? You know, normally I wouldn't, but we are finishing Thousand Year Door today, and that kind of sounds awesome. I only eat bread and avocado for breakfast. I very much like avocado. So, I feel you, man. Do you prefer plain or strawberry cream cheese? I don't know that I've had strawberry cream cheese. I bet I would like it. But I like plain cream cheese a lot. When we were at GT, every Friday they would just bring in bagels, and that is basically how I got... I don't think it was how I got introduced to bagels, but that is definitely where I consumed bagels the most. How much cooking do you do at the apartment? Not as much as we should, but we do Blue Apron, and so we do like 2 to 3. It's basically been 2 for a while now. Blue Apron meals a week, which those are actually arriving today, by the way. And so we'll cook those up together, and that is really fun. And I really enjoy it. I really enjoy cooking those meals a lot. This is good times. But we also eat out a lot. Too much. We eat out too much. Blue Apron is so good. Blue Apron is awesome. Blue Apron, one, I've had some really bomb-ass meals, which has been great. And it's just kind of fun, making stuff you've never had before. It's really fun. What is this open house? Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that. It's almost Mardi Gras season here, so I need to go out and pick up a double potion cream cheese stuffed king cake. That sounds like a beast of a thing. Final boss is a good 30-45 minutes. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Did you check out Sakura? Not yet. I'm going to tonight. I'll be checking out Sakura tonight. But no, I have not yet. Blue Apron sponsors Funhouse. Oh. You know, I should check into Funhouse more. Just because I miss Elise. Elise is awesome. I really have no idea what's going on with Funhouse. I'm almost done with Xenoblade 1. You were right, it does get better. Cool. I'm glad that we agree on that and that you are almost done with it. That is awesome, dude. Congratulations on almost being done with that great game. Dylan Wiggin, 14 months in a row. Ben for president. No, you don't want that. You don't want me to be president. But I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you for the support, Dylan Wiggin. Card Capture Sakura is so good. When he said Sakura, normally I jump to Street Fighter Sakura, but I did think about Card Capture Sakura there for a second. I don't know why. Do we need more HP, chat? Like, just straight up, do we need more HP? I want more BP. Of course I want more BP. But I think we might need more HP? Your HP is fine for the end of the game. Mario Head? Mario Head. Mario Head. Level with me, Mario Head. You've been so good to me. You've been so good to me. And if you say our HP is fine, then we will do BP. We will do BP. We have formed a union now. Wait, what was that badge? That's on me. I should have skipped past that badge. Power Plus, Blue Marion jumps, hammer, BP. Okay, we want that. In any game, in any video game, where they're like, you can increase a bunch of things, I don't always pick, but am very drawn to, and most likely will pick, hey, buff up your attack, hey, be stronger, hey, do more damage. Every time. Make the numbers go up, is how I feel. Very strongly about that. I think we can get rid of Pretty Lucky, maybe? I think we can get rid of multi-bounce. Can we get an easy update with you, Ian, and Damiani vlogging Emil and Sujita? I would love that. Unfortunately, Ian doesn't do, like, pork, and so, like, he is just like, oh man, I can't eat it at Sujita, and so I don't know how much fun that would be for him. But Sujita is my, like, honestly, my happy place. I love Sujita. It is the best food I've ever had. It is this magical realm of happiness for me. I don't know if other people feel that way or not, but just for me, I really personally love it a lot, and would love to share Sujita with you guys someday. Through a video. Through a video is what I mean. But how are you tackling the Divinity Original Sin 2 upgrades? That's a good question, and an answer I can definitely elaborate on. Divinity Original Sin 2, how I was building my characters, I mean, I don't know if you're talking about, like, talents or skills or attributes, but, like, with attributes, it was definitely pumping up, like, the primary stats for the classes initially, so, you know, the Ranger basically pumping up Finesse, Rogues pumping up Finesse, Warriors pumping up Constitution and Strength, you know, the things that would make sense. But as I would go on, depending on equipment, I might put a couple points into Intelligence if there was a piece of equipment I wanted for that character. Or, like, I got to a point where it's like, oh man, I really want to act sooner in battle. And I feel like all my primary attributes for these characters are really buffed up, and so let's put a lot of points into wits, let's get that critical chance up, let's get that initiative up. And so it would really depend on me recognizing what was going on with the situation and then kind of switching gears and trying to address that. I do wish the one huge mistake I made in Divinity Original Sin 2 is the person that is really good at persuasion, Red Prince, is not the person that has the pet pal talent, which was a huge mistake. And just an oversight on my part, and that should have been rectified. Which is bad. It's bad news. Is Sujita expensive? No! Sujita is not expensive, which is awesome. Sujita is like 13 bucks for a meal. Are you waiting for the console versions of it to put the review out? No. No, I am just still working on the review, and we'll try to get that review up as soon as humanly possible. But no, I'm not waiting for the console versions. Okay, so it looks like we've got another Coop situation. If I had to guess. Shooting Star is super strong, Ben. It's still there. I really liked it. No, it's not. It's okay. I'm sorry, Mario Head. You know that you can respec it literally any time yet. Yes, I do know that you can respec Zagable trades on the ship. I just haven't respec yet. But yes, I do know that you can respec. Interesting. This is a Bobbery situation. Have you tried Tentinu? They do a chicken broth that is better than most pork-based broths. No, I haven't. I've not. Or Bandy. Oh, you're never abandoned, chat. You're never abandoned. That... I pretty much never felt underleveled throughout Xenoblade Chronicles 2. There was never a point where I felt like I really needed to grind. The end bonuses were extremely helpful. Ben, what version of Dragon Ball FighterZ are you getting? I will be getting the PS4 version. That's what I have an arcade stick on, and I definitely want to play that game with a stick. So I'll be getting the PS4 version. And I am very excited about Dragon Ball FighterZ. I will talk about Dragon Ball FighterZ with you guys all day. I was hoping PC. I might double dip on PC as well. Because I can just use the PS4 stick on PC. Of course. Because I've double dipped with other fighting games on PC, and that's been a very worthwhile experience, honestly. Getting to play with more people is very, very nice. Are you going to be streaming the beta tomorrow? I'm not going to be around tomorrow because we're doing a big Easy Allies meeting tomorrow. So that is going to be taking up all of our day, so I'm not going to be around to stream. Okay, so let's just go through the door. We can't because it's locked. So we need to get this key. Aha! Look at that! Look at that! Will the dojo return with fighters? We'll definitely be doing a lot of dojo with fighters, yes. I'm very excited for the Fighters Dojo streams. It's kind of a shame, like with Marvel Infinite, I liked that game, but I wasn't so into it that I felt like I wanted to stream it all the time. Whereas with Fighters, my gut is telling me, at least right now, that I really want to stream Fighters a lot. I want to play that game a lot. This is awesome! This is fantastic! This life shroom, though. What do we give up for this? I think we can get rid of gradual syrup. Right? We don't need that. Repel cape? Okay, we'll get rid of repel cape. That's fine. I don't think you'll use the rune power. To be honest with you, I don't think I will use the rune power either. But it seems like it could potentially be useful. But you react to this Nintendo thing in 10 minutes? We will watch it together, yeah. Oh, this has to be done in a certain order. The order was outside, wasn't it? Enemy. Enemy, 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 enemy. Speaking of this Nintendo thing. Okay, so let's address this Nintendo thing real quick, everybody. Stilted, thank you for subscribing. That's a brand new sub. Here's what we're going to be doing with the Nintendo thing. So, I'm going to stream and take a look at this Nintendo thing right now. I believe Kyle, Ian, and Huber are all together right now, and they're going to discuss it and put a video up on YouTube. I believe that that is the tentative plan right now. So you can check it out with me live right now, or you can watch their reaction to it, or you can do both, whatever you want to do. All of the above, none of the above. Whatever you feel good about. However, I have this weird situation where, unfortunately, I can't stay live because on OBS Studio, for some reason, it no longer wants to capture my monitor or specific windows. So I'm going to have to switch over to the other version of OBS real quick in order to make that happen. And I will be right back. So let me get that set up. We'll see what's going to happen. And hopefully it's not lame. Alright. I'm just going to leave Mario running. Don't worry, I'm not shutting it off. We're not losing progress, anything like that. Alright, I'll be right back, guys.